Okay, is this in the right form to start? What should we do to put it in the right form? You could do either one, right? You could move the 4x and the 3 to the left side, which will make them negative. Then you'll have 3 negative terms. Or you can move the negative 2x squared to the right, which will turn it positive, and you'll have 3 positive terms. Which one do you think we'd probably like to do? Let's keep them all positive if we can, right? Who wants to deal with negative numbers? Just another sort. Peter does. Okay. 2x squared plus 4x plus 3. So without writing it, well, I'll write it out. Yes. A is 2, B is 4, C is 3. So let's fill in the formula. Negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 4 times 2 times 3 divided by 2 times 2. Make sure, pay attention to the details here, how when we divide here, that's dividing everything in the numerator, right? This 2 times a divides everything in the numerator. It's not inside the square root, so you can't do any canceling in there. X equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 minus, what's 4 times 2 times 3? 24, all over 4. So x equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 8 divided by 4. Okay, what kind of solutions are we going to get if we're taking the square root of a negative number? Imaginary numbers, right? So at this step, we're going to have to simplify that radical, and part of that will be taking out the I, right? So this will be, I'm going to do it in a couple steps. X equals negative 4 plus or minus I times the square root of 8 over 4. Okay, now we have to simplify the square root of 8 without turning it into a decimal. Is 8 a perfect square? No. Does it have any factors that are? 4 times 2, right? So we're going to say instead of the square root of 8, we're going to say the square root of 4 times the square root of 2, which is 2 root 2. So x equals negative 4 plus or minus 2i times the square root of 2 over 4. And I'm going to break this up into 2 fractions. Right? So the first term is negative 1. And it's plus or minus. So the 2 on the outside of the radical will divide into the 4 on in the denominator, right? This goes into 4, so you get I root 2 divided by 2. And there's nothing you could do with that. That is the simplest form for the imaginary number. Just leave it like that, right? Because this is like and when we dealt with the complex numbers, this is the A plus B I, right? And though you always had to keep the imaginary and the real part separate. So that is it.